Okay, so let's go. So again, my name is Lev Yakupov. I'm responsible for marketing of TrueConf Solutions. Today, with my colleagues, we will demonstrate you our new solution, which belongs more to AV world, to the world of automated solutions for conferencing rooms, which we have developed recently. This solution is for Congress systems. For solutions which use goosenecks in your conferencing rooms. The name of this solution is Weathervane because it basically rule and rotate cameras, many cameras. We developed software for conferencing for many years, for more than 10 years, if I'd like to be precise. For all these years, we developed video conferencing solutions which were dedicated for PCs, mobile devices, but not for special appliances like control systems of Congress solutions. So today we are presenting a new solution which is called TrueConf Weathervane, which allows to control multiple PTZ cameras or regular cameras in conference rooms with a lot of seats. This is a very usual scenario when I will show you. You see on the slide a typical case. We have a long table like I have today here. And usually we have just one PTZ camera located above the TV in this conference room. And the one PTZ camera it is not possible for one PTZ camera to capture every speaker in a room because speakers are aligned and sit not in front of the camera. They sit rotated by side of their faces to the camera. So to resolve this issue, they usually multiple PTZ cameras are installed in the conference room, at least 3, 1 in front and 2 from the sides. So that's make possible to capture every face of every sitting person on the table. To decide which face to send to the conference, which speaker video sent to the conference, usually Congress systems are used. For example, the gooseneck microphone I'm using right now. So the system is controlled by special controllers, let's say from Crestron or AMX, which require special skills to set up. Usually you have to pay for special services for some kind of programming of this controller to make these multiple PTZ cameras support possible. So we decided to eliminate the need for hardware controller. We decided to replace this hardware controller with a software solution, which will listen for Congress system, which will listen to the active microphone and detect which speaker is speaking in the moment. And then our software solution can decide which camera to focus on the speaker. The number of cameras is unlimited. The number of seats in the room is also unlimited. So basically, we can create multiple presets for every speaker or for every object in the room, which will be assigned to special numbers, and those numbers are activated automatically based on logic. By default, the logic is driven by the active gooseneck microphone. You see that my microphone is active right now. It glows with red, so that's why I'm big, but the conference room is bigger. So the camera which sends my video right now selected me because my microphone is active. So when I disable, you wouldn't be able to hear me because my microphone was disabled. So that's the approach how to address this problem with many seats in a room. I'd like to tell you about some requirements. So we are not using Crestron or AMX to decide which camera to guide to active speaker. We use the software, so we definitely need a PC to install this software on. So this Weathervane solution was created and compatible with Windows PCs, so we need a Windows machine. We also need a way to tell the video conferencing endpoint in the room which camera to activate at the moment. So not many endpoints support an API which allows us to select between multiple cameras. So for example, when I activate my mic, we have to use the camera number 1. When my colleague Leona activates the mic, we have to tell somehow to the endpoint, video conferencing endpoint, that we have to use the second camera. That brings us to another requirement. So currently, only one video conferencing endpoint room solution is supported. And of course, this is a room solution from TrueConf, which is called TrueConf Terminal. The solution I'm using right now to host this webinar. Here we have the requirements. So far, we need a Windows machine, we need a TrueConf Terminal, which has built-in API, which we use to select cameras based on the commands which are produced by Weathervane. You know, that's it, because the solution is free to use. We supported many different Congress systems. You basically can choose between most popular Congress systems manufacturers available on the market. So far, we have supported 4 vendors. The Congress systems which are produced by Bear Dynamics, Shure, Sennheiser, and BQR companies. So the most popular Congress systems which are produced by those companies are fully compatible with Weathervane and certified from both from our side and from the Congress system manufacturer side. So you can choose them freely. We also supported most of the cameras available on the market. I wouldn't list the names of the manufacturers of those cameras. So the basic requirement is for the camera is to have either UVC interface, which are available through USB 3.0 connection, or an old-fashioned way is to command the camera using a VSCA protocol over 232 connection, for example. So it's up to you. It depends on which cameras you have in stock, which cameras you have installed in your conference rooms. So most of the cameras support these protocols. So we can use those protocols to guide them. So we have a PC, we have a Congress system. So we need a network. We need a way to read commands from the control unit of the Congress system to understand which microphone is active at the moment. Some control units, they broadcast their status to the network. Some of them require a direct connection to our PC where Weathervane is installed. So we have detailed guides about how to set up the solution with different Congress systems which are located on our website. But in general, you can refer to the slide. We have to collect the microphones on the table to the control unit of the Congress system. Then we have to connect control protocols, control cables or USB cables of the cameras in the room to a PC where TrueConf Weathervane is installed. And we also need a TrueConf Terminal application somewhere in this room also deployed. Our recommendation is to install TrueConf Terminal application on the same PC where TrueConf Weathervane application is installed. Weathervane don't produce a lot of CPU usage, so it wouldn't affect the work of TrueConf Terminal application, conferencing application. So that's it. After that, we have to make a short setup of the application, which looks like that. So we have to provide the IP address of our conferencing solution. We have to create presets for every sitting person in room. We have to select the protocol and the camera we'd like to use for every preset we create. We have to provide special coordinates for every preset. Once we did it, this software will automatically save the settings, and we will need just to hit the start button to make it to start it to operate. After that, Once we set up the presets, the software will address every preset with the coordinates we set it up, and will guide the cameras. That's pretty simple. So we also require to set up the preset number 0, the first preset for the overview of a room. So basically, if you have, let's say, 12 seats in a room, we will need 13 presets, because the first one will show the whole room, and 12 other will be used for every gooseneck microphone for every person in the room. We deployed this solution today in our conference room to show you. So I will ask my colleague Leona to switch the cameras. I will show you what we have. So today we have the gooseneck microphone from Shure, which were produced recently by a company called DIS, but now it is a part of Shure. So I have a DIS gooseneck microphone. So I can click here to disable the microphone and switch to the overview of the room. Just let's check it out. That's how it works. We also have the control unit for the Shure Congress system 5900 series. So it was also produced by this. You can see it here, the control unit. So control unit is connected to the same network as TrueConf Weathervane and TrueConf Terminal solution. So we basically put Ethernet cables from the control unit and from our PC to the same switch, to the same router, and that's it. We also have the tablet, which I use to control the conference. This is the control panel for TrueConf Terminal, which I use to change layouts and decide who is a speaker, for example, and change microphone and camera, etc. So, and we have a video wall on the other side of the room. For example, I can change layout using my tablet. So you see how it works. Okay, this is the setup. So let's have a look. How does it work? So I will ask a help from my colleague Leona and Dmitry, and we will speak one after each other to show you the power of TrueConf Weathervane in action. So Leona, can you please change the video? Oh, you did already. Perfect. Okay, so I disable my mic, and Dmitry, you are the next.
Hi everyone, it's so nice to see you all.
Okay, when Dmitry microphone is still active, but I activate my microphone, the Weathervane enables another camera located above the video to show me. When I disable my microphone, the Weathervane goes back to the previous preset because the Dmitry microphone is still active. Let's have a look.
Hi there.
Okay, and that's me again. Leona, it is your turn. Dmitry and I will disable our mics.
Nice to see you too.
Okay, that was a demonstration that you see that solution automatically select between 3 cameras, 3 PTZ cameras we have in a room, and 3 seats and 3 gooseneck microphones we have in a room, based on the information which microphone is active. That's pretty simple, and most importantly, it took us just 1 hour to set up this auto tracking solution in this medium-sized room using 3 USB 3.0 PTZ cameras, 1 Congress systems, 3 microphones, and 3 software from TrueConf Weathervane and TrueConf Terminal. We also released before that, half a year ago, another solution for speaker tracking. This solution is semi-automatic, so we use the signals from the microphones to detect which camera to activate. We also have another solution which is fully automatic, which is called TrueConf Tracker. Tracker is not for, it was designed not for use with Congress systems. It was designed to be used with microphone arrays. So it was specifically designed to be used with Phoenix Audio microphone array, which we believe is a very nice solution. I believe microphone array #1 on the market, because it also has on board very nice signal processor with API and SDK, which we can use to detect the vector, to detect the array to the active speakers in the room. So the tracker solution is a little bit different. It is fully automatic because it uses microphone array input to guide the camera. But the tracker is limited to be used only with a single camera. So it is suitable for small rooms and medium-sized rooms, while Weathervane is designed for medium and large rooms with at least 10 seating places, where we can use more than one camera, more than one PTZ camera. So now we have in our portfolio 2 AV products: the tracker for small rooms and Weathervane for medium-sized and large rooms. Both solutions solve the single issue, the speaker tracking. They solve the speaker tracking problem, and I believe they solve them very efficiently. Both products are free to use, so feel free to download them from our website and play with them. And we advise you to use these solutions in your projects, in your installations. And if you have any feedback, we are eager to receive the feedback from your side to improve our products, because both products were just released, so we're collecting the feedback from the market to include new features in the new releases. Both products, again, is free to use, and we wouldn't charge anything from use of them. Okay, so I will give you some additional interesting details about this Weathervane solution. So we did the same webinar for a different language a couple of days ago, and we got some questions. And there was some interesting question. The first one: can I use regular web cameras with this software? And the answer is yes. For example, you can set up web cameras, cheap web cameras, across places in your room you think you need to capture, and use our solution to switch between multiple web cameras. There is no need for the camera to be a PTZ camera. So you can use any USB UVC compatible camera to create presets. Some cameras just can zoom a little bit. Some cameras could be a PTZ camera. Some cameras can have electronic PTZ, let's say Logitech Brio, which crop from 4K picture the smaller video. So it doesn't matter which camera to use. For example, you can create a special preset when you press a button. When you send a command to a control unit of your Congress system, you can, for example, guide the conference room camera to the window or to the flip chart, for example. So you can program this interoperability using our solution as well. Okay, we have a question. How you switch your cameras? Some devices? The good question. So, as I said, the Weathervane solution is only compatible with our software video conferencing application, which is called TrueConf Terminal, which I'm using right now, which you can see on the video wall, which I control using the tablet here. So our Weathervane software send commands based on the active speaker microphone from the control unit. So software sends commands to our terminal application and select between camera. So right now I have 3 PTZ cameras connected. You can see those cameras over there. So I have 2 PTZ cameras on the desk, and the third one located on top of the video wall. So we have 3 cameras connected to a PC with TrueConf Terminal, and TrueConf Terminal selects the camera using API commands from the Weathervane solution. So no devices. The software controls how to switch the cameras, pure software. Are you using the same TrueConf client application or hardware endpoint to switch cameras? Yeah, the same question, no problem. So we are using our own software application for rooms, which is called TrueConf Terminal. We have released it 2 years ago. So it is not something new. It is our default recommendation for rooms, and we have developed it many years ago. So you can. It is also free to use. You can download it from our website. The only difference for this software room endpoint which we have developed is that from the classic client applications is that it don't have any interface. So to control our room solution, you have to use a tablet, as I showed you recently. Well, so some other news I'd like to tell you, to share with you. So we are almost finished the development of our new version of TrueConf Server, TrueConf Server 4.4, which will have a lot of new features, which I believe will be the best server we released so far. And this server will be released in August. So we hope to host the next webinar this month by the end of August, where we hope to present the new TrueConf server for you. So please stay tuned and check our email campaigns, our newsletter, not to miss the release of new server. We have another question. So have you any endpoint equipments like hardware solutions? We have a lot of recommendations for equipment, for hardware you can use in your room. We have very nice recommendations for PTZ cameras, speakerphones, congress systems, document cameras, microphone arrays, echo canceling controllers, and mics. So just contact our team using a live chat on our website, and we'll try to provide the best recommendation for you based on your location, because in many countries, for many countries, we can ship the hardware for rooms, which is compatible with our software. For some countries, we can investigate how to do that. So just keep in touch with us, and we can give you some decent recommendations. But we do not provide endpoints from our competitors, but we provide peripherals, cameras and mics and speakerphones for our software, which when you combine them with our software, they make very nice endpoints. For example, the same I'm using right now. Okay. Yeah, you can send a message to our sales@trueconf.com email or use a live chat on our website. Well, that's all. So we are always happy for your feedback. Don't hesitate to give us if you have any questions or ideas. And have a nice day. And thank you for attending this webinar today. We will send slides and the recording of this webinar to every participant by, I believe, by Tuesday next week. So thank you again, and have a nice day, nice evening, and see you next time. Thank you, guys. Goodbye.